Good morning, cadets. Today we'll be taking up the exercise of the chapter Glimpses of India. Last week we had a very beautiful journey in three beautiful states of India: Goa, Kurg, and Assam. We begin the session with Cadet Rohit Kumar speaking on the topic Incredible India. Cadet Rohit.
Yes, sir. India is one of the oldest civilizations in the world. India is a mosaic of multicultural experiences with a rich heritage and myriad attractions. The country is among the most popular tourist destination in the world. It covers an area of 32,87,263 kilometers square, extending from the snow-covered Himalayan heights to the tropical rainforest of the south. As the seventh largest country in the world, India stands apart from the rest of Asia, marked off as it is by mountains and the sea, which give the country a distinct geographical entity. India is also a home of various species of animals and birds, which exhibits the forest beauty of India. Peacocks, Bengal tigers, royal cats, and various other prominent and unique species are considered the pride of India. In addition to this, India also has some of the highest mountain ranges like the Himalayas, serene beaches, and calm deserts that add to its glory and extravaganza. Other than this, there are various other things that hospitality, diverse languages, and Indian mantra, Atithi Devo Bhava, which makes India an incredible place for living and exploring. Thank you.
Thank you. We have one more cadet speaking on the topic Incredible India, Cadet Shrey Patil.
Incredible India is a word that consists of five letters where I stands for inheritage, N stands for nationalism, D stands for diversity, I stands for incompatible power, and A stands for assert. Good morning to one and all present here, respected Asha ma'am and all my dear friends. Today, it is me, Karat Shrey Patil, going to speak on the topic Incredible India. India is one of the most diverse countries in the world. India represents unity in diversity. Our country is a mixture of cultures, regions, traditions, diversity in food, languages, etc. The people of India are so polite, understanding, and helping in nature. The national bird of India is peacock and is very beautiful. India is so incredible and is full of colors and has the tiger as its national animal, hockey as its national game, etc. The national language or mother tongue of our country is Hindi. Indians are also so talented and have shown very high growth. The IT sector of our country shows accelerating growth due to intelligent software engineers. India is the seventh largest country by its geographical area and is located in South Asia. The beauty surrounds our country from each and every aspect. India is also known by two other names, Bharat and Hindustan, and the people of India are known as Indians. The national anthem of our country is Jan Gan Man, and the national song of our country is Sare Jahan Se Acha. Our country is also incredible because of its beautiful mountains, lakes, forests, seas, oceans, etc. Many foreigners each year visit India to see the beauty of our country, that is, its rich historical temples, its traditions, its language, its heritage, etc. Thank you.
Thank you. This reminds me of squadron leader Rakesh Sharma. Rakesh Sharma had been to space, and then Prime Minister, late Srimati Indira Gandhi, had asked Rakesh Sharma, Bharat kaisa lag raha hai space se? His answer was incredible. He said, Sare jahan se acha. So definitely, India is Sare jahan se acha. Now we will be taking up the exercise of the lesson. Question number 1. What are the elders in Goa nostalgic about? So, nostalgic. So, the word nostalgic, I'll use it in a sentence. When the old boys visit Sainik School, Bijapur, they become nostalgic. That means they remember the old days. The elders in Goa are nostalgic about the good old Portuguese days and their love for bread and loaves. The writer says that the consumers of loaves have left, but the makers still exist. Question number two: is bread making still popular in Goa? How do you know? Yes, bread making is still popular in Goa. This is very clear from the narrator's statement that the consumers have gone away, leaving the makers behind, and the mixers, molders, and the ones who bake the loaves. The time tested furnaces still are there. So, this means the culture of bread making is still popular in Goa. Question number three: what is the baker called? The baker is called a padder in Goa. Question number four: when would the baker come every day? Why did the children run to meet him? So, during the Portuguese time, baker played a very important role, and he was like a family member in every household. The baker would come twice a day, once early in the morning and second time when he returned after selling all his stuff. The children would run to meet him as they wanted bread bangles. Match the following. What is must? So, as marriage gifts, sweet bread called bowl is must. For a party or a feast, bread is must. For a daughter's engagement, sandwich is must. For Christmas, cakes and bolinas are must. So you can understand how bread is very important in different ways and what all varieties can be prepared from bread. So those who are some Sanjeev Kapoors in my class, they can try all these things and bring when they come back after COVID vacation. What did the bakers wear in the Portuguese days when the author was young? The bakers usually dressed up in a peculiar or a strange or a dress called kabai. It was a single piece long frock reaching down to the knees. During his childhood days, the author saw the bakers wearing a shirt and trouser which were shorter than full length ones and longer than half pants. Now, I don't know you are observant or not, but if you have seen on cake, there is a white image of a baker, and that baker on that image wears a kabai. So, next time when you buy a plum cake or a cake, just observe the picture of the baker on it. There's a white image like they create, and it's that kabai. Who invites the comment? He is dressed like a padder. Why? Any person who is wearing a half pant which reaches just below the knees invites this comment. This is because baker known as padder used to dress like that. So if somebody is dressed in half shorts and all, people start teasing him as padder or baker. What were the monthly accounts of the baker recorded? Where were the monthly accounts of the baker recorded? They were recorded on some wall in the house with a pencil. So we don't have the proper ledger and all these things, bill and bill book and all. Just they will write it on the wall and then total it up. What does a jackfruit like appearance mean? Jackfruit, it's a green fruit. It means having a plum physique like a jackfruit. Which of the following statements is correct? Padder was an important person in the village in old times. Padders still exist in Goa or Goan villages. These padders went away with the Portuguese. The padders continue to wear a single piece long frock. Breads and cakes were an integral part of Goan life in old days. Traditional bread making is still a very profitable business. Padder and their families starve in the present time. So the answers are there for you. Is bread an important part of Goan life? How do you know this? Yes, bread is an important part of Goan life. It is needed for marriage gifts, parties, and feasts. Bread is also needed by a mother for preparing sandwiches during her daughter's engagement. Thus, it is necessary to have breads for every occasion, because of which the presence of a baker's furnace in the village is very important. Pick the correct answer. What is the tone of the author when he says the following? The thud and the jingle of traditional baker's bamboo can still be heard in some places. So, definitely, he is trying to remember the past. So, it is nostalgic. Maybe the father is not alive, but the son still carries on the family profession. So, it is hopeful. I still recall the typical fragrance of those loaves. So, a lot of nostalgia. The third one again is nostalgic. He remembers the flavors and fragrance of the loaves. The tiger never brushed his teeth. Hot tea could wash and clean up everything so nicely after all. So, this is funny or naughty. Both can come. They don't want to brush, so they are making excuses. Cakes and bolinas are a must for Christmas as well as other festivals. So it's a fact. The baker and his dad never starved. They looked happy and prosperous. So it is a fact. What are some of the things you know about the people of Coorg, the main crop of Coorg, the sports it offers to a tourist, animals you are likely to see in Coorg, its distance from Bangalore, and how to get there? The people of Coorg are fiercely independent and they have descended from Greeks or Arabs. The main crop of Coorg is coffee. The people of Coorg are very adventurous, chivalrous, and brave. So they love adventure sports like river rafting, canoeing, rappelling, rock climbing, and mountain biking. If you go to Coorg, you see the Malabar squirrels, langurs, loris, elephants, all this. And if you are in Bangalore and you plan to travel by road, it takes approximately 250 to 260 kilometers to reach Coorg. Here are 6 sentences from some words in the italics. So you have to find out. During monsoons, it rains so heavily, tourists do not visit Coorg. So it means to keep away. Some people say Alexander's army moved south along the coast and settled there. They, as one story goes. So how do the people of Coorg look like that? So this is about the descent we were talking. The Coorg people are always ready to tell stories of their sons and fathers' bravery or valor. They are willing to recount, remember. Even people who normally lead an easy or slow life get smitten by high energy adventure sports of Coorg. So it means the most laid back individuals also become energetic when they visit Coorg. Even the lazy people become energetic after seeing the adventure sports. The theory of Arab origin is supported by a long coat with embroidered waist belt they wear. So it is supporting how these people's dressing is different. Kannadigas in other parts of Karnataka don't dress like Kodavas. Why it is so? So it is because the Arabs and Greeks and all descent is there. That is why there is a difference in culture in Kodagu. Macrakes and Malabar squirrels observe you carefully from the tree canopy. That means they are very alert, they are very watchful. Here are some nouns from the textbook: culture, monks, surprise, experience, weather, tradition. So we have to discuss. Culture can be unique culture, ancient culture. Monks, they can be serious monks. Surprise can be unforgettable surprise or a terrible surprise. Experience can be unique experience, terrible experience, unforgettable experience. Yeah, in surprise, we can have sudden surprise also. Weather can be unique weather, terrible weather. Tradition is ancient tradition and unique tradition. Complete the following phrases from the text. From each phrase, Can you at least find one word that would fit into the blank? So we have to find out the missing and alternate word. Valor, bravery. Town, belt, village. Heaven, cake. Rainforest, jungle. Coffee, tea, banana. Rope, steel, concrete. Creatures, animals. So once again, we have the first slide for you. What are the elders in Goa nostalgic about? That is bread and bread loaves. Is bread making still popular in Goa? Definitely it is still popular because molders and mixtures and furnaces are still existing. So it means that bread making culture is there in Goa. So we have Cadet Mayur speaking on the topic Incredible India.
India represents unity in diversity. Our country is a mixture of cultures, regions, traditions, diversity in food and languages, etc. Our people of India are so polite, understanding, and helping in nature. The national bird of India is peacock, and it is very beautiful. It is so incredible, and it is full of colors and has the tiger as its national animal, hockey as its national game, etc. The national language or mother tongue of our country is Hindi. Indians are also so talented and have shown very high growth. The IT sector of our country shows accelerating growth due to intelligent software engineers. India is a democratic country where people themselves choose their leader and live with freedom. They can do anything they wish within the limits of the law. If any citizen of India tries to harm any other person, there are some rules and regulations to punish him in order to make him realize his mistakes. India's culture is among the world oldest civilization in India, begins about 4,500 years. India has 29 states with different culture and civilization, and one of the most populated countries in the world, the Indian culture, often labeled as mixture of several various cultures. India gave birth to Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism, and other religions. They are now collectively known as Indian religions. Today, Hinduism and Buddhism are the third and fourth largest religions, respectively, of the world. All through, India is secular, Hindu majority, it has a large population. At last, I want to say that we are proud of our cultural distinctiveness. We are proud to be inhabitants of India. Now, it's our duty to maintain its unique future. We have to think beyond the interests and work for the goals of bringing prosperity and progress in our society. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayur. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.